What's up? Okay. Carl Eamon, let's call a lands meet. Are we gonna make it through the whole game and I'm never gonna get my meteorite sword? Bummer. But wait. If I don't get that sword, I don't get to carry that sword over into Awakening. Oh, that's just not cool. We gotta get that sword. Or is that one of the things that doesn't carry over? I think that carries over. Who knows the sword I'm talking about? The Easter egg I'm talking about? The sword I'm talking about? Hey Claire, what's happening? You almost forgot about today's stream. Almost did. We got a couple hours left, but you did miss some of it. How are you doing? Claire, welcome. Starfang, thank you. K3, that's the one. Starfang. I do not have the meteorite that I need for Starfang. Because we haven't had the encounter on the road. No idea why. There's only one sword. The Master Sword. I never found the Master Sword as a kid without a guide. Nintendo Power was the only way I ever found the Master Sword in the original Legend of Zelda. At least I could take comfort in knowing I'm not the only one. I had friends who actually figured that stuff out on their own, though.
I understand you've acquired all the allies you could. That's good. We can call the lands meet if you are ready. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me.
it's quite a thing, Claire. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider. Then let's go to Denerim. Now.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim.
Really should have made a hard save somewhere between the middle of the Deep Roads and the lands meet. Not good form to not have a hard save. And if we had to roll back for any reason, we had to roll back from this,
and soul of Ferelden.
We'd be talking Deep Roads. Middle of the Deep Roads.
Birthplace of Andraste. As
We'll
stubborn
be fine.
as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the lands meet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us.
Is it
The
08,
only
09?
question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The Blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. It's Queen, and I lead her armies.
The lands meet does not begin right away. Considering Ostagar, perhaps we need a better general. Weren't here. If you don't know how it goes, Loghain set many of these events in motion. The Blight was already beginning, skeptical as he may have been. If anyone was going to win the Blight, he wanted it to be him. His daughter was married to the king. The king was a bit of a fool. Nevertheless, it was Loghain who turned his back. And the signal... We lit the signal. Loghain did not come with reinforcements. He turned around and split. Oh. Just saw the coolest thing. Spider just retweeted something from Twitch alerts that you're all gonna like. Anyways, I'll check into it later. Personalized alerts. Personalized alerts. Ponder that. Ponder that. Personalized alerts. Oh, Sorry, that was one of the coolest pop-ups in a while. Everybody hates pop-ups except the cool ones. Tell you something you want to know. So we have some options, but we don't really get to choose yet. Guy's an asshole, and he's out for power. He wants to run on the world. At least this land. Throne belongs to Marek's only living son. Shh, we'll get there. If Honora rules, let her speak for herself. Right now, the queen is supposed to be in charge, not her father.
Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden.
It is, but it doesn't play well. Enough of this. Come to reveal your crimes at Ostagar. Don't accept the sympathies of deserters and regicides.
You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason for anyone.
Did you not commit treason?
Your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine, and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, after Urien's unfortunate fate.
And
at
you
Ostagar.
killed my parents!
Truly, it is
I'm gonna cut your balls off
riches.
and shove them down Loghain's throat. I demand blood rights. This man murdered my family. I've never demanded blood rights.
You have no rights. Your family surrendered them when I revealed them to be traitors to the king.
You're gonna stand there, say that about my family?
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Ten before witnesses.
Enough, Calthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne.
The one who divided Ferelden. Turned your back on your king. You let him die. You stand here and say these things. You tried to poison the Arl so that you could stand here and say these things unopposed. You can get plowed.
I was not talking to you.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Except obey your king. Come to his aid in
Well,
time of
that
battle.
was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
How killed my parents?
I would not ask you to. But bear in mind that he will be well protected by his alliance with Loghain. He always seemed the kind of man who enjoyed kicking stray dogs. I would not have thought Loghain would trust him. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the Landsmeet then.
We do have a lot even before the Landsmeet actually occurs, don't we? So we're now have a nice temporary lodging. One is spread out, and there's a bit of lore here and there. Grab a few pieces. Keiji was right. We're not finishing this tonight. I think we will get through the Landsmeet, but we might not do much besides the Landsmeet. We'll see. The Free Marches. Free Marches are not a kingdom, not even a nation, in the most basic sense. People from that region dislike even being lumped together as marchers. Rather, they are a collection of independent city-states united only when it suits them. In this respect, they resemble the Banorn, or the arrival of King Calenhad. Because of this, the Free Marches have no capital, and what passes for a central government exists only sporadically. Sort of Landsmeet that convenes only during times of crisis. I arrived in time for the Grand Tourney while it was on in Tanterville, a remarkable sight indeed. I saw Avar hillsmen test their mettle against Orlesian chevaliers, riders from the Anderfells buying Navaran cavalry horses, and Tevan craftsmen selling their wares to Tevinter mages. All of Thedas was on display. Brother Genitivi wrote a great many things.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
She went from new dialogue to generic dialogue. You sweet and attentive. Of course I am. We should move on. What do you know of this place?
Denerim is Ferelden's most
No,
important
not the city. Not the city.
This is the seat of power,
Thanks.
the jewel in the crown
Thanks,
of the king.
Liliana. Thanks.
She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people. Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Nothing like a good line that gets hammered till it is not a good line anymore. Severin, anybody we need to talk with? Wanted to say hi to Liliana. Get our goals here. Go talk to the Arl. I think we still can't push ahead into the Landsmeet. There's all kinds of stuff before them I'd forgotten about, right? Not all optional.
It shall be done.
The Banorn. I mean, gotta go after Hal. Haven't done that yet, so. The central Ferelden Valley has always been a paradox. No single band holds more than a few dozen leagues of farmland, yet together they govern a greater territory than all the Terrans and Arls combined. This collection of independent bands is known as the Banorn, and it is the heart of Ferelden politics. No person has ever sat upon the throne of Ferelden without first winning the approval of the Banorn. Queen Fionn, who had the misfortune to take the throne in the 18th year of the Steel Age, wrote of the Banorn, "There have been 3 wars this year fought over elopements, 5 fought over wool, and 1 started by an apple tree. It isn't even winter yet." Who would believe that these same bands, now trying so hard to kill one another, just last year united to give me the crown? Petrine. Entry Scholar. How you doing, Ruff? Ruff. Ruff. Or again. And Arvalen, the occupied north. Makes sense that this is by Sten. Hope it's a good one. In the 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Kunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvalan, the far north, marking the beginning of a new age of warfare. History calls this the First Kunari War, but it was mostly a one-sided bloodbath, with Kunari advancing far into the mainland. Kunari warriors in glittering steel armor carved through enemies with ease. Their cannons, the likes of which our ancestors had never seen, reduced city walls to rubble in a matter of seconds. Stories of Kunari occupation vary greatly. It is said they dismantled families and sent captives to learning camps for indoctrination into their religion. Those who refused to cooperate disappeared to mines or construction camps. For every tale of suffering, however, there is another of enlightenment, deriving from something called the Kun. This is either a philosophical code or a written text that governs all aspects of Kunari life, perhaps both. One converted Saharan reported pity for those who refused to embrace the Kun, as if the conquerors had led him to a sort of self-discovery. For all my life I followed the Maker, wherever his path led me, wrote, but in the Kun I have found the means to travel my own path. It has been said that the most complete way to wipe out a people is not with blades, but with books. Thankfully, a world that had repelled 4 blights would not easily bow to a foreign aggressor, so the exalted marches began. The greatest advantage of the Chantry-led forces was the Circle of Magi. For all their technology, the Kunari appeared to harbor great hatred for magic. Faced with cannons, the Chantry responded with lightning and balls of fire. Kunari armies lacked the sheer numbers of humanity. So many were slain at Marnis Pel on both sides that the Vale is said to be permanently sundered, the ruins still plagued by restless corpses. But each year the Chantry pushed further and further into the Kunari lines, although local converts to the Kun proved difficult to return to Andraste's teachings. By the end of the Storm Age, the Kunari were truly pushed back. Rivain was the only human land that retained the Kunari religion after being freed, and its rulers attempted to barter a peace. Most human lands signed the Omeran Accord, accepting the Tevinter Imperium. It is a shaky peace that has lasted to this day. This is our room here. Suppose it doesn't matter. Only one time it matters which room is our room, or does it even matter? There's one bed in this place that matters, I'll say that much. Did we speak with the Earl? We still haven't been back to Wade for the final set of armor. We already have the Lesser Drake. We've got the Dragon set, but the Superior Drake. Unbound. I think we can leave, right? Come back, talk to the Arl when we want. I'd like to go.
Indeed.
Who else can we get talking? Who has not spoken to Morrigan yet? Who might say a few things? Ben, we're just going shopping. Sensibly.
Yes.
So, are you going to continue staring at me as if I am covered in eels?
Eels would be something.
Prudery. How charming. I expected paranoia. This is much better. I prefer to be stared at lustfully, if at all.
Got you covered,
trying,
Morgan. Keep
Oh?
trying.
Then shall I demonstrate an act or two, and you may tell me hot or cold?
Yes, please.
I'll save time. Cold.
You are a tease.
That was worth. My life is complete now. Thank you, Sten. It's awesome. You can tell I've taken Sten out so many times. Have any gear for him on me? Maybe the hammer. Maybe the hammer. Why not? Someone's got to take it. You haven't done the quest for his sword. Tell you what, KG, and don't kill me. I'm not sure I ever have. I'll be the first to admit I've never given Sten his due. He's interesting. Everything he says is interesting, and I have not done his personal quest. Gale has one. I've never done that. No, I've played the game through the whole game at least 6 times. Maybe more, maybe not, but there are a lot of things I haven't done. I have my habits, and I've seen other people do a few things I've never done, but there's plenty I've never seen.
The Drake scale armor is done.
Oh,
And
Wade.
it's, well, decent. Few things I'm rather proud of. And it
Praise
isn't
from Wade.
As long as I feared. Odd.
You'd better be very proud, Wade. We can't afford any more flights of fancy.
I feel good, actually. I wouldn't mind working on Lord such-and-such's armor today.
We'll see how long this lasts. Here's your armor. Now please leave.
Superior Drake skin has Dex and Fire Resist. Nice. Nice set. Simple, it's nice. Don't think anyone needs it, right?
Welcome. Oh, it's you. Please leave. And if you have any more scales, you can shove them. Yeah, just leave.
Oh well. You too. Jeez, thanks.
you enjoy your armor. I'm glad Heren let me make something decent for a change.
We didn't close down the shop. Isn't he supposed to close down the shop now? Things I see. So back to demons. Hold on, we still haven't. Yeah, let's go back. Never mind. Pretend I said nothing. Pretend I said nothing. Should be easy since I babble all the time. Damn it, 8-ball. Damn it, 8-ball. S7 is the original John Marston.
I trust you've made yourself
The
comfortable.
worst Witcher ever and the original John Marston. So you better give him a follow and check him out. S7, my man. Very nice, but I was hoping for silk sheets. Candied grapes.
Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Erlina. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
He's a spy. He weighs the same as a duck. Burn her. Why would Enora ask us for help?
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
Saying the queen believes that Loghain, her father, killed the king, her husband.
My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Loghain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the queen to the new Isle of Denrum is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
Crazy. I was a madman. Killed my parents. He's gonna die.
He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
Wait, what? Been locked up? Loghain would allow that?
King Kellen was like a son to him, and Loghain left him to die. Does he love Enora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard Hal say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
Means going after her would be extremely risky. Would look a lot more like the Arl had killed her if she got killed while we were going to rescue her, yes. Nevertheless, we got to try. Would Loghain really kill his own daughter just to frame Eamon? Probably don't know. We've got to get her out of there.
Yes, that is what she hoped he would say. Loghain, he has said much about the young Grey Warden.
Message coming in.
He's worried.
Patching
no?
it through.
We may have no choice but to trust
Rage,
Enora.
what's up, man?
The Queen is
Thank you
well
for the
aware.
host.
If Loghain
Welcome, Rage
succeeded in
Mage.
pinning her death on me, I'm not
Headphones
sure that's a
gone.
risk we
Headphones
can
down.
afford to take.
What's up, bud, if you're out there? Hey, another great streamer for you all to check out. Give Rage Mage a follow. I don't know if he's there right now, but do give him a follow. Check him out. Excellent streamer. Excellent guy. You have a plan then?
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new girls every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Quest, rescue the queen. Make sure to find and gut Arl Howe on the way. My god. Jim, I hope you're still there. I think this one was made for you. Meditations and Odes to Bees. O fair damsel of the garden, Arlessa of honeysuckle and rose, I humbly beg your gracious pardon for the offense that here arose. Surely your work is far too vital to be interrupted by one like me. I am in no way entitled to earn the notice of a honeybee. I was a fool to pluck that flower for my lady fair. On my honor I swear to bring you dozens more within the hour, if you give me leave to try. Listen, traveler, if you would walk the garden paths some spring, mind that you don't trespass, for the gardeners do sting. I did not get the cadence right. Did not get the timing. Cool though. Ode to Bee. There you go. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Yes. Where's out?
Very well.
Indeed. Yes.
We're not done with Oghren, are we? Slim Coldry. I don't remember this guy.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Howe, right? Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
You're calling me an arrogant bastard, then? Who are you?
The name is Slim Coldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I?
Not heard of you.
I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
Tell me more. I'm perfectly capable of robbing people myself. Now sod off. Tell me more. I don't have to do it. I'm curious.
Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know.
What's going on? Health I have covered, but I don't pick pockets.
More of a second story man, eh? So was I back in the day. The thrill of the hunt. Dodging guards, in and out, no one the wiser. Ah, the good life. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fellow really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in?
See you later.
Right you are.
It had to happen. It had to happen. That was priceless.
Look there, a cunning
And
trap.
so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last.
Wait.
The crows send their greetings once again.
Great party, yeah?
And where is Zevran? I don't see him. with
You guys are
How very
pretty good.
disappointing.
Zevran? Zevran who? Well, I didn't bring him, obviously. Obviously.
Then I shall need to seek him out once we are done.
Here I am, Taliesin. Tell me, were you sent, or did you volunteer for the job?
Oh ho! And he makes an appearance. I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you all! Zevran doesn't need the crows.
No? Does Zevran need to live?
I suspect I will manage just fine, Taliesin. I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
Good night, Iceman. Good night.
Indeed. Yes.
Oh, Zevran. Well, yeah, we'll do it anyways. Sorry, no tank this time. Do here. Well, those spells did great. They're getting absolutely no one. No, they're getting someone. One person. Well, it is what it is. Zevran is not even leveled up. I haven't brought Zevran out ever. Zevran is like level 5. Oh my god, Alistair, I can still be flanked. Who's giving out sweaty hugs now? Is that allowed on Twitch? Can you give out sweaty hugs on Twitch? It's not against policy, is it?
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. And I am free of the crows.
And we are covered in blood.
Dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
It's a good thing, right?
A very good thing. It is in fact what I had hoped for ever since you decided not to kill me. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the practical thing to do, no? There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go?
He wants to leave. Do you want to stay for the treasure?
All right. You make a convincing argument.
That was hard.
You do seem to stumble onto treasure on a regular basis somehow. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
So, what would be... You didn't have coercion. You didn't get a persuade option for Zevran. What would keep him around? I assume a relationship would keep him around. Anything else?
I shall do it.
You don't have coercion. Is it relationship or bust? Game's getting choppy again. I wonder if we could catch the memory leak in action. Let me make a quick save here. Game has crashed about once per stream, meaning 6 to 12 hours, once every 6 to 12 hours. It's using 1.2 gigs of memory. That, I mean, there's plenty of memory to be had. So, anyways, there could be other reasons it eventually gets to a choppy state. Probably reload the game. I meant to do it before. It kind of worked itself out of this state. You can see it. You can see it chopping. Oh, we could leave through that door. Let's do it. Leave through that door. Should we level up Zevran? Let's see what he got. He's a level 17 rogue, and I have 18 attribute points.
I shall do it.
KG, you modded it. Your Zevran had dark hair and a beard. Did that make him better for romancing? Sounds like it. We're still on our way to the Arl How's house. Arl of Denerim. Do you remember the plan? The elf said we're gonna be given costumes. Inventory looks okay. Going in. Save. I was never very good at doing this part the way it was intended.
The servant's entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Al-How is inside.
I'm gonna kill him. Violently as possible. What's the crowd for?
The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
No, the Carpenter's Craft Hall has had enough of Howe's conveniently busy schedule.
Aw, my party's been on hold position for who knows how long. Kind of cool though, they're not even here. I wonder if we can... I'm far enough away. Alright, let's play with the AI while we have a chance. Nope, they're still coming. I wonder if I can actually get past them because they're so damn far. No, I'm just gonna die. It's not like you can break combat generally in this game by running. You will get faced down by whatever has aggro. This is a really long distance though. I mean, there's something else that's supposed to happen up ahead. Up here. I have one or more than one. One so far, but I think the rest are still coming. Now, at this point, if I tell my party to follow, I have to wonder if they'll pop. They'll just snap to my location. See what happens. Boom. So what about the other guards? We just sort of skipped them? Computer programs are cool. Even when they don't work the way they're intended. They're no less interesting when they don't work than when they do work. This way? What do you mean this way? Which way? And Zevran, why is Zevran still in the party? That have to happen. Zevran's interruption swapped Zevran out for this quest. Oh man, we just got boned. I didn't even realize it. Zevran's not supposed to be here. He's taking the place of our tank for this quest right now. We still... It's too late to leave, isn't it? Ah, Zevran, why? Why did you... Why? Alright, let's, give him Wade's pigskin. Oh, that's me. That's me. Shit. Armor pen, though. Not wear Wade's. Oh, shit. He doesn't have enough strength for Wade's. Well... We're gonna need a bigger boat.
What would you like?
Like, good messages.
I shall do it.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Father, there's only 2 of them. Wait. Disguises. Shh.
More guards patrol every hour. If they find these 2 missing, they will know... how you say... something is amiss.
Something is very amiss. We're gonna kill them. Kill them all! What are we in for? Keep going forward. Remember, loot everything in the office. Let's go. You forget the disguises.
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes.
I always try the disguises. It always fails. Then I gotta put... Yeah, I mean, let's keep things simple. Wait in the bushes.
Oh, you must come. I saw something. By the fountain. I think it was a darkspawn.
In the middle of Denerim!
They will drag us all underground to be eaten.
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive. Please, get help.
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
Andraste's holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh, it was over here. Quickly.
Hey, Brandon man. Missed you coming in. What's going on? What you doing? Been a long day. Been a long day.
Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those 2. You are certain you will not wear the disguise? The servants here, they have no love for Hal, but they will be frightened by strangers bursting in.
The disguises may be a good idea. No, I won't wear the disguises. Where's Zenora?
She's in the guest room off the main hall. Andraste, guide us.
We do get to the Landsmeet, keep in mind.
Brigands in the house! Guards, help us!
Guards, help us! Oh my god! Where's Morgan? Where did she run? Ah, Morgan, you're not any closer than that yet, huh? Really? Damn, Zevran's getting knocked down. But we are supposed to have a tank, and instead we ended up with Zevran. This will be interesting. There's one fight that's really... I mean, it's a mage fight. So, Alistair is not the most important factor. Tank is not the most important factor. But still. Maybe Zevran will make that fight easier. I don't know. Everybody fighting from range.
Very well.
guards. Still wearing armor? Zevran has... Okay. I could probably give him something better. Maybe what he's got is fine. I didn't look at his blades. Maybe I gave him something earlier in the game. Maybe I even put a rune in it. He's got flames on one of his weapons. I just don't remember doing it.
It is begun. As you say.
So, we're under attack. Thinking ahead a bit to the Landsmeet.
Yes?
It's not what I planned. With Alistair hardened, what I'm getting at, what are we going to do with the Landsmeet? It's one of the only places left in the game where we have decisions to make about the outcome in a major way. And we haven't really talked about it. We didn't do any polls for it. It's coming up tonight. It's coming up tonight. Unless it takes long enough to go through this that we save the Landsmeet and Endgame for tomorrow. I guess it's possible, but I think we're going to hit the Landsmeet tonight. KG, what do you think? And what does everyone think about what to do with the Landsmeet? Alistair has to do the deed. Well, Bull, you know what I'm getting at then. That's what I'm thinking about. Hey, Snowy. Welcome back. You missed the most epic emote rundown I have seen in the channel. It was like 3 minutes of just solid single emotes. It was surreal. Surreal. Hey, everybody stay. Everybody stay. You all stay. Piss off these archers and then get out of the way. Morgan, that includes you.
Direct me.
Oh, they're still coming. Good.
I am armed.
You are armed with one of my favorite spells. Use it. Use it or lose it.
As you say. I shall do it.
Overkill. Alright, what to do here? Let's see.
We're under attack!
Well, it could have been cool. It was almost cool. I should have saved it for that group. I really should have saved it for that group. What else do we have? No more cone spells. Oh, now that's a whirlwind. This is the badass armored rogue. You are? You are? Come on. Show me your good side. Sweep these fools. Oh, and there goes a head. Beautiful. That's exactly it. That's my girl. Boom.
Excellent!
Hey, Tails, welcome back. How you doing?
As you say. Begin the onslaught.
This poor sod. Coming in with his crossbow. All by himself. Really should have gone for reinforcements.
As you wish. As you say.
Get plowed! Oh! 1, 2, 3. Good night.
I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
First Blight, Chapter 4. Is it finally time to read the Blight books? We have 4 chapters. I haven't read any of them. Is it time to read the Blight books? I wasn't sure if there was a Chapter 4. Now we know. Is it story time? Might be story time. Gotta find it. Couldn't have done a list. No, an alphabetical list. They all had to be numbered. It's insane, right? There. Peek. Be under magic religion though, right? Be under creatures? Shouldn't be. Who knows where it's at? Spell combos. Drain, shattering. History of the Chantry. It could be under books and songs. There it is. Well. First Blight. Is that it? The first Blight. 3, 4. Okay, make sure I get a little water here. All about the blight. The first blight. So what is, before I even begin, what is the blight in this one? Is it the 4th or the 5th blight? These 4 chapters are of the first blight. Chapter 1. Thedas is a land of fierce diversity from the assassin princess. From the assassin princess, the one single assassin princess. I'm glad that was the first line. It's cool. We can start over without calling it a wash. Thedas. It all began. Thedas is the land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princes of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Anderfells. But in my travels, I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation. Although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. The height of its power, the Tevinter Imperium stretched over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical Magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic. Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of elven slaves and humans alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tales of their excesses so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin. Perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, the Magisters dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on its creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect, holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness, nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through the gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness, the very first of the Darkspawn. The Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City, reminder of all that man's pride had cost. Chapter 2. People today have little concept of the consequences of the second sin. Oh, believe me when I say that when asked, pious, chantry-going folk will curse the use of foul magic, spitting and snapping their fingers, but none live today who actually remember the horror that was unleashed so very long ago. Whatever records might have existed regrettably died. Regrettably did not survive the chaos and ignorance that was to follow. We have only the tales of survivors handed down through the murky ages and the dogma of the Chantry to instruct us. That is precious little indeed. Believe I am not understating when I say that the second sin unleashed the bane of all life upon Thedas. The Darkspawn are more virulent than the worst plague, a heartless force of nature that came into our world like an ill wind. You know from accounts of later blights, as these Darkspawn invasions came to be called, never has a more appropriate name existed, that the Darkspawn spread disease and famine wherever they tread. The earth itself is corrupted by their presence, the sky roiling with angry black clouds. I do not exaggerate, my friends, when I say that a mass gathering of Darkspawn is an omen of dread cataclysm. It is said that those cursed Magisters who became the first Darkspawn scratched at the very earth to find solace in the darkness of the Dwarven deep roads, and there in the shadows they multiplied. Whether by intelligent design or by some last vestige of worship in their minds, they attempted to locate the old gods they had once served. They found what they sought. Dumat, first among the old gods, once known as the Dragon of Silence before the Maker imprisoned him and all his brethren beneath the earth for the first sin, usurping the Maker's place in mankind's heart. The slumbering dragon awoke, freed from the Maker's prison by his twisted followers, became corrupted himself. Dumat was transformed into the first archdemon, his great and terrible power given will by a rotting, unholy mind. With the Darkspawn horde following, Dumat rose and took wing in the skies once again, bringing ruin to the world the Maker had created. The old god had become the eye of a dark storm that would ravage the entire world. Chapter 3. The world during the First Blight was different from the world we know today. Aside from the civilized rule of the Imperium, humans as a race were largely barbarous and splintered, divided into clans and tribes and squabbling amongst ourselves for resources. At the same time, deep beneath Thedis' great mountain ranges spanned a dwarven culture as organized and advanced as ours was primitive. As the Darkspawn bubbled up to the surface from their underground lairs, mankind first buckled and then fought back. The armies of Tevinter attempted to face down the multitudes of twisted creatures and the horrid rotting of the land around them. They could not be everywhere at once. Human history remembers the First Blight as a time of terrible devastation. Those stories are accurate, but in our arrogance we often forget the price paid by the dwarves in their isolated mountain kingdoms. The dwarves faced far greater hordes than humanity as the Darkspawn challenged them for control of the underground. Despite the might and technology the dwarves brought to bear, the savage Darkspawn tore through them, first destroying more remote taigs, or swallowing up entire kingdoms. Think of it. Entire civilization lost in the space of decades. Compared to the near genocide that the dwarves faced, what we humans call the First Blight must have seemed a mere skirmish. Against the Darkspawn, the dwarven lands have always borne the brunt of the fighting and the majority of the sacrifices. 4 dwarven kingdoms finally managed to combine their might and fight back. That cooperation saved them, but for the rest of their lands it was too late. Darkspawn had taken the deep roads, the majestic underground passages that linked the dwarven lands throughout Thedis. The Darkspawn could now attack anywhere on the surface through these tunnels. Humanity simply was not prepared for such an onslaught. It was clear that the warfare we knew would not avail us. We had to find a new way to fight. Thus came our salvation. The Grey Wardens were born. Read these. Chapter 4. Founded at Weisshacht Fortress in the Enderfells, the Grey Wardens offered humanity hope in its darkest hour. Veterans of decades of battles with the Darkspawn came together, and the best amongst them pledged to do whatever was necessary to stem the tide of darkness that swept across the land. These great humans, elves, and dwarves pooled their knowledge of the enemy and formed a united front to put a stop to the Archdemon's rampage. And stop it they did. Ballads are still sung today of the first Grey Warden's charge into the waves of Darkspawn at the city of Nordbotten, each warden facing 10 or 20 Darkspawn at a time. Squadrons of Grey Wardens mounted on their mighty griffins, soaring through the blackened skies and battling the terrible Archdemon with spear and spell. Oh, what a sight it must have been! Incredibly, the Grey Wardens won that first battle. They raised their arms in victory, and suddenly there was hope. The Grey Wardens led the lands of men and the last stalwart defenders of the dwarven halls against the hordes of the Archdemon Dumat for the next 100 years, gaining and losing ground, but never backing away. From all over Thedis, they recruited whoever possessed the skill and strength to raise the Grey Warden's banner, making no distinction between elven slave or human nobleman. And finally, nearly 2 centuries after the first old god rose from the earth, the Grey Wardens assembled the armies of men and dwarves at the Battle of Silent Fields. It was then that Dumat finally fell, and the first Blight ended. The Tevinter Imperium would face a new challenge with the coming of the Prophet Andraste. Thoughts of the Blight grew distant. With Dumat's defeat, the Darkspawn were no longer considered a threat. But with the wisdom of hindsight, we know that conceit proved foolish indeed. The task of the Grey Wardens was far from over. Stuff. For indulging me.
We're under attack!
Reading Rainbow. Nice. Fundamental.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback.
And what exactly do you mean? What sort of setback?
My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
And what should we do?
We must get her out of there.
Don't panic, Erlina. Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side.
Good, I've been meaning to kill him.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Tern Hao will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left. Tern Hao is probably in his rooms. The last door on your left.
You know it's not gonna be just one guard, right?
Intruders!
It shall be done.
Calls.
Wipe them out!
Anyone? Anyone?
I shall do it.
Iron. Tell you what, I'm gonna pass on this just because we had a big old story time, 4 chapters. As long as someone enjoyed it, I'm happy. I enjoyed it. Someone else enjoyed it, I'm happy. So, probably scared a few people off, but that's it.
Someone's here.
Look, you didn't say nothing. Wait. Who are you? You're not on my watch! Call the watch! We've got an intruder!
Yeah, you know, I would have left you with your girl. You had to call the watch. Now you're gonna die. You and your big mouth. Severn doesn't actually have proper level. We just needed one more point of strength and he could wear that better suit of armor. Wait. Armor. We can give him strength with we can give him a ring. We can lend him a ring. Let's lend him a ring. Boots even better. we take the ring off, keeps the gear as long as we don't take it off, and then he can't re-equip it, right? But he can keep the gear on. KG, are you off? You'd love to stay and watch? We're not going too much further tonight, as I think you know. You can feel yourself slowly dozing off. Hope I can manage without you. We will muddle through. We'll muddle through. Thank you for all your help. Thank you for hanging out. KG, have a great night. Yeah, we'll finish tomorrow. Hope to see you tomorrow.
I shall do it.
We are definitely robbing Arl Howe. Before we gut him. Because we're also going to gut him. But we are robbing him in the meantime.
I shall do it.
Arl Howe. Maybe we could kill him with his family shield. Oh wait, we're going downstairs, aren't we? List of documents. And I forgot to put everyone in hold position, so nobody was going to take and hold the position. I'm going to go there and turn around. Eva. Antiva. Again, just done a bunch of reading. I'm going to pass on a few codex entries.
What? Who goes there?
Well, right then. You know, we are probably going to have the Lands meet and Endgame tomorrow. That's good. It's big story beat and big story beat, plus all the action that comes with it.
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. You never hear music in the sound of a key turning in a lock until you've been imprisoned.
Nice phrase. Impressive moves there, old man.
Perhaps introductions are in order. If only so you never call me that.
I had to. Come on,
I am
had
Riordan,
to.
Senior Grey Warden of Jada. And
He's not an old man.
Must be Duncan's last recruit. Yes, you match his description.
I have many questions, apparently. How did Arl Howe capture you?
With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was.
What were you doing here at all?
For the most part, attempting to hold my tongue. I was sent when we received no word from King Cailan as to the outcome at Ostagar. The king had invited all the wardens of Orlais and their support troops to join him. Then nothing.
Alright, Bull, I was feeling punchy. These your papers?
Yes, these are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption.
Joining ritual? Can you induct other Grey Wardens?
Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh Darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it.
Get it back?
As you know, the joining's chance of success is slim anyway. Loghain has done far worse to the Wardens than cut us off from recruiting. And from the rumors flying through Denerim, removing him from the throne is already your plan, no?
Where is Howe? We've got a date.
I saw him going to the dungeons. He may still be there.
Come with?
I wouldn't
Be
be
a
much
good
use
time.
to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, sister.
Thank you, brother. I'll seek you out later, after I kill Arl Howe. Here, hold on. Came down and we got a... No, we're not quite done. We are done. Nothing else down here. Like, I think dealing with Hal is a good way to wrap things up.
It's a trap.
Always a trap.
More enemies ahead.
Really in combat, but tell you what, let's get into combat. I don't know if these are going... Yeah, they're mobile. Cool. 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 Alright, well, that failed pretty well. I froze Alyssa and one guard. Could have done that with Winter's Breath. Yummy. Change of plan. Stop running. Stop running away.
It shall be done.
Everyone has a plan until they get hit. Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta improvise. Sometimes improvising works even better. One, really? Well, you're in my way.
Very well.
It's the first time I have stealthed in this entire playthrough. I only got stealth tonight. Well, that happened. Good rogue. I make a great rogue. Best rogue.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
Scouting part was successful.
Wild creatures ahead.
Got Mabari, and is it only Mabari? How did the Mabari stun Zevran all the way back there? Or was it the guard? Did this guy fire like a barrage of arrows? Yeah, it was scatter shot. Somehow, under this, somehow that guy fired a barrage of arrows that hit Morrigan, Wynne, and Zevran. That was Alyssa. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's true. Bob would have absolutely... Bob would have owned the emote battle. Good thing Bob was not joining in the emote battle. It wouldn't have been fair. It was pretty balanced. It was pretty fair, I thought. Oh my goodness. Hi, guys. Shit. Now, if Alyssa drops, she drops. We can get her. Game crashes. The game. I think that calls for a beer. You. Focused on the papers. On the paper. Does suck. We're not that far. I mean, we're down the hall. It's all good. We went through that already. Open up this door. Hello. About a 3-minute setback. Not a big. This time I could actually get a proper one spell going on.
Hurry.
It's not the best positioning. If it mattered, I would have set it up better. Should have, could have. Set it up better. He did it again! That time he saw it clearly. Scatter shot. Scatter shot my ass.
Quickly, we must fight.
And that's where we crashed. Might only have one. The rest really just... Nope, we got another. At least another. We got a mage. Excellent. Fortunate for the mage who decided to come alone, though. I think there's a few mages in that room. Separating them is... I mean, you don't usually get to separate them.
Sometimes silence is best.
Glyph on the ground is going to break my stealth on it. No. Kill all these guys by myself, probably not the best plan. All it would take is one good stun on me and they'd eat to shreds.
It shall be done.
Hey, you better watch behind you. Maybe we should move up into the hall. Didn't put him on hold. Nice. Let's set everyone up and then they can just follow me out of position again. Beautiful. That's kind of how I was feeling about it, Kithri. I almost did for the first time. I've never modded out the Fade before. I know a lot of people do, and I understand why people do, even though I kind of like parts of it. It does sort of drag on. It was fun to do in this stream. I enjoyed it this time around. I've had a couple playthroughs where I just was hating life. I didn't have the right build for it, and it was not fun. I didn't have poultices or ability to make any.
Much to do.
I had a few runs through the Fade that were such a slog, I was just hating it. Good this time.
Enemies approaching. Let's finish this.
Jeez. Been striking out on my cones for the past couple hours. Doing better earlier. Hey, that torture is fast.
I shall do it.
I keep putting Zevran in the back. I treat him like he's got a bow. He does not have a bow. How many times have I done that to Zevran? Didn't have a bow. He does have a bow. He's just not using it. He's not switching to it automatically. If I told him to attack from range, he might. Alright, Zevran, I'll bow. No. I love noticing those things after hours of just not noticing them. If he uses the bow or just stands there. Much better. You guys wait there. I'll get more. Might actually be done.
Was this
Torture
supposed
rack.
to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you?
Explain. Unless your father is Arl Eamon, he didn't send me. What are you talking about?
You move in august company, stranger. I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue?
Hi, Alyssa here for the rightful king. No, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Alyssa of the Grey Wardens.
Then I have no question about why you would come, Warden. For it is your men who have suffered the most here. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask.
We need information. Your father side against Loghain at the Landsmeet?
Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Hal said the Jarl of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
Kithri, I didn't mean to be sarcastic there at all. Excessive patience. You do need a lot of patience to get through it. You'll use, I guess what I would say from my most recent playthrough, this one, most recent experience, which was fun, and I got to use everything, was use everything. As you acquire the different forms, get through the Fade, use them all. Enjoy them, play with them. The more you use them and the less you try to fight the different things that they're giving you, the Fade, the different tools, the better it will probably be. But patience, poultices, and use what they give you. I had a lot of fun in one of the forms this time, which I had never really used much before, outside of where it was required. Where did I leave my... Frack, where did I leave my party members? They're not here. Where the hell did I leave my party? Shoot me now. Jeez. Fun. So cool. What are they doing in here? We had a cutscene. They were not in here. I didn't notice. No parties here, and they're not supposed to be here.
Yes.
There's the cutscene. We got cutscened again. That always happens. That'll work. That'll do. That'll do. What's up, Vancouver Bound? How are you doing? It's like I knew where they were. They just weren't there. Yeah, I didn't notice after the cutscene that they were with me. I saw them, but I didn't register what it meant that they weren't where I expected them to be on the map. Took it for granted. How are you doing? Come on. Key to the lower prison? Rainbow Mall. All good. It's all good. Hello, hello. Well, it is. Let's,
What month is it? Are you some enemy of Arl Urian's? Please, I feel like I've spent half my life down here.
Arl Urian died months ago.
Dead? Then who's ruling? His son, Vaughn. He struck me down and I woke up here. People were so angry, they were thinking of petitioning the king.
This is like the quietest voice I've heard in a game. It's like Beodur has got nothing on this guy. That's all, General. Listen to this guy. King is dead as well. Loghain rules in his place.
There have been many changes since they caught me.
Stop whispering.
I need to find out what happened.
Use your voice.
I need to get home, or flee the city. I thank you for your aid, stranger. I wish I had more than gratitude to offer.
Yeah, 3, have fun. We'll see you later. Cheers. Good luck getting through it.
They said to retreat. The horn sounded, and we turned, and then the screams. We rode, and they screamed, and screamed, and...
I think this is the guy from the skateboard gif. Where's your skateboard, dude? Shh, it's all right. You mean retreat? Were you at Ostagar?
Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died. And we left them. In the swamp. The witch. The witch.
Good luck.
Do you
Sweet
suppose he
dreams.
actually saw my mother there? Or is he just blaming her in his madness?
You're free!
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door?
I am assuming direct control.
Well, you picked a curious time to come in. From the camera angle, the dude was resting his sack on my shoulders. Oh, dear God, was he? That's like the, yeah, my head getting teabagged by the pig in The Witcher. What's up, Mike? How are you?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Brotherhood Wrestling, what's going on? Thank you for the host. Welcome. We're actually getting wrapped up here pretty soon, but we have one important order of business left for now. Tomorrow we'll be settling the Landsmeet endgame, starting Awakening. Brotherhood. Hey, oh, and I got dog visitors too. What's up, dogs? You like dags? I hope you like dags. Yeah, not under there. No, not good. What are you doing? Just weaved by the tripod for the camera, by the tripod for the lights. I think Jazz is that was on purpose. He knows that makes me really nervous. Bouncing on the bed. What did you eat? What are you doing?
I shall do it. It shall be
Well,
done.
look here. Bryce Coustland's little Spitfire, all grown up and still playing the man.
I never thought you'd be fool enough to turn up here. And then, I never thought you'd live, either.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Is this about your family? Still? But I have done so much more than wipe your name from Ferelden memory. And what's left? A fool husk of a daughter, likely to end her days under a rock in the deep roads. Even the wardens are gone. You're the last of nothing. This is pointless. You've lost.
I'm gonna make a dinner fork out of your bones, dude. I know you're
detected a
gay.
signal embedded in the static.
Ghost Gamer. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. You join me? Ripping Arl Howe's balls off? I know your game. No shadows, no lies. You, me. Let's go.
There it is, right there. That damned look in the eye that marked every Kuslan success that held me back. It would appear that you have made something of yourself after all. Your father would be proud. I, on the other hand, want you dead more than ever.
Well, we've got something in common. To each other dead. Mage. Mage. The only way Arlhow ever stood a chance in this fight, ever, was 2 mages. Sucks to be him, I've got 2 mages too. What are we gonna do with this guy? What are we gonna do with this guy? We're gonna take our time. Get Wynn out here. Get Morgan out here. Severin is gonna have to hold the door with important job. Severin? Hold the door! And I too will hold the door. Just for a moment. Alright, it's on. I want to the skin is gonna melt from his bones, and I want to watch.
I am ready.
Two of them. That Arlhow just snuck out into the hall. Man, what a prick. Okay. Well, so be it. Seriously, just took Wynn out. How are the mages in there doing? They're doing altogether too well. Hey, Wombat, what's up? We are kind of wrapping up, but we're not done. Although, me and my big fracking mouth. I don't think I've ever set up Zevran's tactics. He's really got nothing. I don't know what he's got. Don't know. Wynn's back up. I'm okay with Wynn getting frozen. It means Arl, Hal, and his buddies get frozen here. Yeah. I'm okay with this. Take the guard out real quick. Guard's going down. Arl's gonna get some. Hal's gonna get collateral damage. They're made. Really, I should have just dealt with the mages. Why didn't I take the mages first? What is Zevran doing? It's too bloodthirsty. I was just way too bloodthirsty for Arlhow. I think that's the problem. Need to live before lyrium. Their mages are healing the party, which is just spectacular. Really should have killed those mages already. Can you believe this guard who's been almost dead a few times is still alive? Stupid. Finish the group heals, yes? Okay, everybody on the mages. He's gotta die. Is in trouble. Morgan is webbed. Damn those mages. Hate to say it, but Hal's got my number right now. It's not cool. It's not supposed to happen like that.
do it.
Oh! That's what I was waiting for. I was not getting out of this. I'm not giving him this one. I might have screwed up big time, but he is not getting out of this alive. Dead already? I don't see him. There he is. Didn't think he was dead. Somebody kill that mage, please. Kill the mage. And now, I would like Arl Howe to bleed, to freeze, to fall on his ass. I want him to take a really painful ride to hell. Where are you going? Lisa, where are you going? Okay, now I want everybody to back off. I'll go over here. He's mine.
As you say.
Make her spit on you.
Sort of anticlimactic.
Deserved more.
I deserved more. Great last words, dude. Get plowed.
Excellent!
Revenge is always hollow. Small lesson to be had there. Still, he needed to die. It never feels as good to take revenge as it does to think about taking revenge. Still, Arl Howe, what a prick. How to... Are we really just gonna wrap? We're obviously not doing the Landsmeet tonight. Tomorrow, Landsmeet Endgame. Archdemon. We've got a date with a demon. What about tonight? There's actually a fair amount left in here. There's one big battle. Should we push through that battle? We are pretty close to that battle. I think we should. Let's... Almost.
This won't take long.
Act 2. Let's finish up here. I think we get an opportunity to save and pause before the Landsmeet begins. Why Zevran? It wasn't just revenge, it was also a public service. Yeah. Finally, he got what he deserved.
As you say. It shall be done. My thanks.
Aren't you a little short for a guard?
Funny. Very funny. We must go quickly and avoid notice.
If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
I don't know what she really thinks we're going to be able to accomplish on our way out. Because the moment I unlock her door, a bunch of guards that weren't there are suddenly there. I mean a shitload. Look at that. 12 guards. A mage. Anyways, I brought my mages for this reason. Good night, Brotherhood. Thank you for the host again. Have a great night. Missy's about to clock in for work. She needs the desk. All right. We'll see you later. Good night. Are we supposed to backtrack? Can we actually go the long way and leave the way we came in? Is that an option? Holy cow, is that an option? I've always had this fight. Another way? Head back down? Thing? Can't be a thing, right? There's got to be some reason we can't get back the way we came in. Locked off. I'm curious though. Indulge me. Unless you know, and then you feel free to tell me.
Let us go quickly, Walden. Let us go quickly.
It
Let
is
us go
begun.
quickly, Walden.
So that's a no then, huh?
Let us go quickly, Walden. I do not think we wish to be here when they discover what has happened.
That she's just gonna say you can't go that way. Okay.
I do not think we wish to be here when they discover what...
That where we came up. So, not allowed. Weird, because what plays out is... I think you get scolded for having a confrontation here.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
Here to free Anora, who was held captive. We're not supposed to let anyone know that it was Anora. I will stand down. You don't know the whole story. Death first. Anyone have any thoughts on this? I was prepared for a fight. I am prepared for a fight. Nora doesn't want us to say that she's there. She has trust issues. Won't be helped if we break our word. What do you think? Standing down, she gets caught. Call her out, she gets caught. Attack the guard. Death first. Like how they phrase it, so that you don't feel comfortable doing it. If you're trying to have a diplomatic playthrough of any sort, you look at that and you go, death first, attack! Basically do nothing. Options you have. You can stand down. Yeah, you can stand down. Does that not reveal her? Let's go for that.
Sometimes crazy is the best
Sometimes
way to
crazy
go.
is the best way to go.
What do a few more matter?
Are you sure this is what you wish?
Sure. How about we flip for it? Heads. Peace. Tails. Blood. There will be blood.
Bring them down. Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
Possible. I want to get Wynne and Morrigan out of the way. Just long enough. to turn this room into one fog of war, one giant fog of war. Who's not moving? Win. Come on, Win. All right, well, Morgan got out of the way. All right, I think we have the makings of a beautiful, beautiful pie here. Everyone's gonna die. She's tough. There's a reason Logain has her as his right hand. He's a badass. And I'm about to die. Let's not have that happen. In fact, I might just leave Zevran on the ground for the moment. Because I might need that res. I don't want to need that res. I might need that res. Okay. First of all, Morgan, we're not done with this room. Let's light the room up with a blizzard. Win, can you knock her down? No. Win is lacking something. Anna. I shall do so. Now can you knock her down? Target. Yeah. Boom! Oh, that's what I was looking for. On your ass. We get this guard. Thank you. I think I should let Morgan get in on this. Get Win out of the way just a little bit. Morgan's so close that she's getting hit. That's not good. There's no reason Morgan should be getting hit here. I am not the tank that we need. We don't have a tank. Zevran was the tank. And he's not a tank. It's awesome. It's perfect. I also don't have much stamina. I'm not the person to be fighting her. Good sir. Good sir. How's Win's timer doing? It's terrible. I'm not gonna res Zevran because I may need Win's res. Morgan doing? Stunned. You get a momentary stunned and resisted. How do you stun and resist at the same time? Obviously not getting any flanking. And Morgan, oh fuck, the archer's in the back. No wonder Morgan's getting hit. I'm an idiot. Let's I'm an idiot. Morgan did not get her spell off. She got interrupted. Because I completely forgot about them over and over again. How many times have I forgotten about them in the back? As they keep perfect line of sight on my primary caster. How about you, Win? Could you take a potion? Could you do something? Before everyone's dead. Before everyone's dead. Why are you moving? That was kind of brutal. Win, how about you get out of the way? As soon as you can, get out of the way. Can't even tell her to get out of the way. She's so stunned right now.
Where now?
Win, just chill.
I am ready.
Morgan's gonna take care of business.
Direct me. So be it.
The mage keeps healing everyone up in there. I did not give this room enough attention. That mage is dying now.
Very well.
You've never done this without Alistair. I've never done it without at least someone to hold aggro. Although I've done it as a warrior, I don't know who I had with me then. It worked. We're done. We're good. It was horrible. Thank you, Coin Toss. Thank you, Coin Toss. This fight was brought to you by the 1794 silver dollar. RNG for the win, or the loss, or the death. Summer Sword. Chance to knock the target back. She did that to me quite a few times. You didn't stick around. I think we'll actually stop right here. Tomorrow we've got a lands meet. Tomorrow we've got a lands meet and then an archdemon to deal with. Thank you all for an excellent day. Great company today. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the good times. Thank you for all the wonderful support. Chatters, lurkers, lovers all. Cheers to the Entropic family. Cheers to all of you. Good night. I will see you on the other side. We'll finish this. We'll start Awakening. I don't have a plan for Saturday. We might still be playing Dragon Age. We might come back to Dragon Age and do something else on Saturday. I'll figure it out. I got some brainstorming to do. You all have a good night or a good morning. I'll see you later. Cheers.